What the fuck is going on with Iran? Nothing. It's all bullshit.
Well, it's not bullshit. It's just
It's Iran.
if you look at anything from like the '80s, just any old news reports from the '80s, it's the same thing they were doing then. They got these fucking Boston whalers with machine guns on it. They're just cruising around shooting oil tankers.
Iran is?
Yeah.
So same thing. So we just send the same dude we sent to Somalia.
Pretty much. Except I think this, honestly, is what I think is going on. Iran is ratcheting up their rhetoric. So Iran is doing what all third world dictator countries do. They're ratcheting up their rhetoric because they can't ratchet up their military. So they're talking shit.
Don't say a thing. There's a picture on a freighter of a U.S. guy throwing a rifle into the drink. You know who that is?
Yeah.
He worked for us. That picture was just put up in a meme of him throwing it off the boat, right? And they're like, oh, don't worry, it's on somebody else's supply book. So I'm like, we actually know that dude. Like, that.
So basically, Iran's ratcheting up their rhetoric because we're putting more embargo shit on them. So they're talking shit. Our response for anybody who talks shit is to send a carrier group. We tell everybody, hey, carrier group's on the way. Before the carrier group can get within the Gulf of, I want to say it's the Gulf of Aden area, the Iranians send gunboats, which are just small, they're just fucking maybe SEAL boats.
Oh,
ribs and shit to go attack oil freighters. They go and shoot up these oil freighters that don't.
Are they our oil freighters? Do we give a shit?
I don't know who the oil freighters are flagged under. Chances are they have nothing to do with oil coming to the United States. So they just stitch these boats up.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, she hadn't done the belt. This was just one so that way you could show me where you wanted it.
Yeah. So put it on all these.
All this, all the way up to the soft.
And then put it like
to meet up with the soft on
here,
this end?
yeah, from here to like here.
Oh.
It won't feed through if it's double layer Velcro.
Okay, so on the outside, this also.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to cover everything he paid all that extra money to have.
Okay.
So they stitch these boats up. They don't sink anything. They don't, they're just fucking shooting bullets in the air because they want to show that they run the show in the Gulf. But the carrier group is still moving in. This is what I think is going on. And this is my conspiracy theory that we're moving the carrier group as close as we can to Iranian waters in hopes that they will attack the carrier group.
Because we need another war.
I don't think we need another war. We like punching people in the face.
I was just going to say, we just like to
punch people in the face. All these other wars are winded down. We don't really have anybody to punch in the face, so Iran's the next one. Let's just punch them in the face.
Everybody is up in arms over this abortion shit. What did they just say about abortion?
you can afford up to.
It's not. First off, all the people that are up in arms about abortion are people that do not live in the place where this law was just passed. It was passed in Alabama, and it's a heartbeat law. It means that as soon as the heartbeat is detectable, you cannot abort the baby, which means, in theory, abortion is still illegal in Alabama. And all these people that are jumping up and down about it, they don't even have a dog in the fight. There's no reason.
I think that's the thing. I think that one state says something, one state, it's just to keep them fighting amongst themselves.
Yeah.
It's to boost the fucking Facebook algorithm for whatever the fucking cause is that day. I've never had a baby. I've never had a baby. It's not my fucking problem. I have all my kids. We raised them. Like,
yeah, but it's just funny all the people who are like,
that's what I'm saying.
Alyssa Milano is doing this thing where she's like, hey, no more sex until this law gets changed. And all these chicks are sending her man these messages about, hey, if your wife won't give it up, we will be more than happy to bang you. And then even like Beth Midler joined in, and everybody's like, she's 73 years old. Who's missing the booty on Beth Midler because she's part of this? It's hilarious. The fucking liberals are so stupid. They just don't understand what they're saying.
There's a bunch of people who weren't relevant.
Yeah, they weren't relevant. They haven't been relevant in a long time.
Always worried about somebody else's fucking job.
And, like, you're going to protest abortion by not having sex to be able to make babies. Like, you probably should. Anyways.
Like, you probably should.
Yeah, Ben's good about that, where he's like, great, liberals are promising the right abstinence to threaten abortion.
Yeah, that's
makes
kind
no
of the
sense.
answer.
Yeah, that's the answer right there, buddy. That's what they want you to do.
The mecca for tourism, you know?
Right. So if everybody else's concert that's tagged that they're doing, it's like 7,000
At a venue the whole 2,000.
probably.
That's awesome.
You know, it's not going to be a pay by the hour hotel like we stadium and stuff in the town. Man, I'm serious. It happened.
You ever stayed at a hotel where they're like, do you want plain sheets?
No.
Do you want the sheets?
The Dolphin Inn.
Dolphin Inn. Do you want the sheets?
When we were headed over, going into Indiana, I was like, so you got King smoking, right? What? You got King smoking, the rooms, right? I said, because you don't want a double bed. Those are like just a foot bigger than a twin, you know, so you got to go at least king, you know. Well, you should have told me that a couple of weeks ago. When we pulled into this, I bet there was not a king-size bed in this hotel. They probably don't even know what a king-size bed looks like. I'm serious.
I don't think there's any hotels in Clarksville. I think those are all motels.
Clarksville?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this was in something, Indiana.
At the
when
Dolphin.
we went to see Metallica.
What was that newspaper that came out every week?
Well, this was a motel.
Like a bargain trader or something in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And they had the A-frame cottages in like Alpine or somewhere.
Alpine.
For the honeymoon getaway, or they always had it for you could go ride a horse, but they only had like 2 horses. Those horses were really old, and it was the A-frame. It was cool, but it was super fucking hot. Like,
Yeah, it was always hot.
burning up, and the bed was upstairs at the peak of the A-frame. It was like the Valentine's Day special. And you could have like you get dinner with it or whatever, but the dinner is like, it was like a dinner from around here, like at one of these local restaurants, but in California. And in the hotel, you could get it, I'm pretty sure you could get a 90-minute booking at the hotel, the Dolphin Inn. And like they literally would be like, "Do you want clean sheets?" And then they had the honeymoon suite that had like a hot tub in it, and they're like, "Do you want new water in the fucking hot tub?" It was fucking awesome.
How much does that cost?
Yeah, and it,
That's
like
all
they
what
did
it's
the new
about.
one.
And
Well,
it was
it
like,
was like this. I mean, I've never been in a room. I mean, it was like tile, like that tile. Okay, and the bed. That's the first thing I noticed was the bed. It was really small. Okay. But the bed had like cinder blocks at the headboard.
That's fucking awesome.
I wish I would have taken pictures. I really do. And then I was like going through it, and I was like, oh my god. And there's like a microwave and a little refrigerator, you know. And there's no compartments to put your clothes in.
It's like some old school
They have these, like,
downtown Las Vegas shit.
L things on the wall with a board laid on it. And a bar, and that's where your clothes went. So I'm going through it, I look up, and it was like a return or something for the air or heat
Well, that's
or
where
whatever.
they had the camera at.
Okay, so there was like this, what do you call it, particle board. It wasn't even, real wood, solid wood particle board up there, and had it screwed in, to cover up that part. And so I was like, oh my god, what does the bathroom look like? So in the bathroom, and the fucking shower head thing, it goes into the wall, it's fucking got duct tape around it.
You're gonna get bed bugs.
Yeah. Well, see, I took our stuff and we wrapped the fucking bed, mattress, and everything. And we slept on top of our comforter. So,
You
because
better
I
take.
didn't know.
You better take a couple things of cling wrap next time.
I'm not going to stay there ever again. What do you mean next time? I'll sleep in my fucking truck.
You didn't plan to stay there that time.
I didn't even plan that trip, though.
So you might want to.
I wasn't in control of it.
You should just. Yeah, I'm just saying. in your kit, in your car kit at all times, you should probably carry like
Plastic.
10 rolls of fucking cling wrap.
Okay. I was like, I'm
You
gonna
could just cling wrap yourself. You
And
wouldn't
don't
get
take it
bed
off the bed when you leave the room.
See, I told Wyland, I said, Wyland, look. I said, Katrina's, got her ticket and she's already made her reservations for Wednesday. I said, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to fuck with nothing. I will never do that again. I will never leave it up to somebody else.
Oh, shit.
Never. I was expecting, like some drunks to come rumbling out of the fucking garbage thing or something.
You were in a trap house.
I was in some shit, you hear me?
Like Lil Wayne was next door selling some fucking rock.
Oh, shit.
That
They
is
weren't-
funny. Wow. I didn't know places like that still
They weren't
existed.
selling like $200 of dope. They were selling like $2 dope.
Yeah, I can see that.
You got change? I got 50 cents. What can I get?
Yeah, so to end that story, I will never trust anyone else to book shit. Ever. It's horrible.
Yep.
John should have been a firefighter.
Is that true, John? Why do you say that?
Because he's fucking rescued people out of fires like 2 or 3 times since we've been together.
Yeah, that's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Like fiery cars?
No,
No,
like,
like-
ran into a
like-
house and
like-
saved an old
Oh
man.
my god.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
wasn't he just sitting in his house?
The most recent one was
Yeah.
in the old neighborhood, and old man was like having a heart attack, pulled up into his driveway, and hit the pillar in the garage, and the tire was squealing, and it started a fire. So
Oh my
the woman,
God.
his wife, she's probably 60, drags him out of the truck and into the house, trying to resuscitate him while the fucking garage is burning.
That's right.
So John is driving down the road and, sees smoke and stops, and he carried the woman's mother out of the house because she was in a back bedroom. There was no way they could have gotten her out of there. But they pulled the man out of the house, clearly dead,
Oh jeez.
and let him lay on the front lawn for like 15 minutes before they tried CPR.
Who's they? The fire department? Or whoever
EMS.
was there, the EMS?
Jesus, that's like worthy of being sued over or something like that. Or, yeah.
I mean, he was
Maybe
dead.
Maybe even criminal charges.
Like,
Yeah.
he was definitely dead. But 15 minutes later, they...
Yeah, even if you did get his heart going again, like he's brain dead.
If you can talk, yeah, and you're not going to get his heart going again.
Fires.
Fighting fires, Topeka, Kansas.
Running into fires. And
You're going to be scared.
You know, the funny thing is, when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a firefighter more than anything else.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I had a
Who
whole,
doesn't?
Yeah, I know. I had a whole set of shit though. Like I was real serious.
But
about it.
that's not a. Unfortunately,
That's not a traditionally...
that's not a
role either.
traditionally a female thing. They want to be a firefighter. I get it. Anybody can be successful in things, but the reality is there is a difference between men and women.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Hey, fuck you, man.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Not all moms have vaginas, okay?
Yeah, they do. Every single mom has a vagina. There are no mothers out there that do not have vaginas.
I'm sorry.
And if you're a dad that dresses in drag, or you're a dad that's actually gone all the way through, you let your children call you whatever you want, but you're still a dude.
You still don't have a real vagina.
Yeah.
Isn't it the preferred verbiage now is front hole because vagina is like,
Oh, yeah, front hole.
Yeah, it's my people.
right. It's like that's what kids do in school now, isn't it?
Oh, that's
Just
not
it's
what
the
you're
front
talking
hole,
about.
yeah. It's the front hole.
Here's the thing about that question, whether you will run into a fire or not, if you're a firefighter. The reality is most things that are dangerous, that are dangerous at the end user, we usually have pretty good training prior to danger at the end user to weed out the people that aren't going to go in the building to help save people.
Hope so, yeah.
A firefighter outside of your volunteer firefighters, because who knows what the fuck they do for training. a real firefighter. So let's say if you're a real fire in a real, like New York City, those firefighters have already gone into burning buildings before they've gone on real calls. So the question has already been answered. You know the answer to that question before you even get to the building.
Well, again, like, you have confidence in your equipment, you have confidence in the people around you. Like, that'll take care of 90% of shit. And the rest of it just kind of follows.
That's why when people want to weaken standards so everything can be equal, you're putting people's lives in danger.
Yeah, guess where it's
not just the individuals that you're going to save, but you're putting people's you're putting that person's life in danger.
Yeah.
And the qualified people around them were now in danger because you decided to lower a standard to equal everything across the board. It shouldn't be about equal.
2 pull-ups is fine, guys.
But it shouldn't be about equal. It should be like the NBA. Only the best are playing.
Yeah, the best move on. Everybody else take a
Everybody,
seat.
yeah, it should be like the NBA or the NFL. Sorry, you just can't. You're not qualified. That's it. I had a guy, huge guy, Marine, like 6'5", had to have been 250 pounds of just sheer muscle. And I'm like, this fucking staff sergeant, I met him in the Marine Corps, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing here? You should be playing NFL. He's like, because I was. He goes, I was playing NFL.
Wasn't good enough.
I'm like, why are you here? He goes, he was playing for the Chargers. Like, went to camp for the Chargers. He goes, no matter how big you think you are, when you get to the actual NFL, you're going like this. What the fuck? This guy's
dude's gonna
huge.
fucking
This guy's going to kill me. And he goes, and they just fucking crush you. They just fucking crush you. So we joined the Marines instead. That's like a meme I saw the other day. It says, I still feel like I'm 20 until I'm hanging around with a bunch of 20-year-olds.
And
then I'm 40.
then I realized I'm 40.
What are you going to go with? Go with the Black Label, man. I feel like you can handle it.
I don't think I can.
Push it. Go half a scoop. The reason why you can't is because you always overdo it. You overdo the dosage.
I don't see the Black Label down
What are you looking for?
here.
Oh, gummy bear. Old choice.
You know, I never thought about it. That dude stopped. I was leaving the house that morning late. It was on a weekend, Saturday probably. I was leaving the house, and it was later in the afternoon. And that dude was coming up from the lake, and he stopped and talked to me. And as he was driving away, he said, "Thank you." And I never talked to that dude, never before in my life.
What dude are we talking about?
The one that
The guy that died.
Oh,
fire.
And then 12 hours later, I'm pulling him out of the house, and he's dead. Get that flag down.
it's the reason why we should have a volunteer fire department here. Everybody's here all the time anyways.
Oh, here? That dude was he was on rescue squad.
Oh, you want a pumper? So we're going to roll up with a horse? Be ballsy move. Be a ballsy move. We just guys. We just couldn't afford. We couldn't afford a truck. No. I just would like to see. I would just like to see 2 people out on the hose, and it's just like.
Pump faster!
Faster!
That's what you do. That's how you try them out. You pressurize your hose and just let it go, and they have to actually go catch the hose.
They do that.
That is funny shit to watch. Man.
It'll kill you. Those
Dude, that brass nozzle, fuck yeah, take it to the face and see what happens. I was watching this this video of this fucking Latino crew trying to breed horses. So, you know, because horses don't know how to fuck, right? So,
Well, I mean, it's all about volume and making it happen.
well, they just got a stud and a fucking a mare, okay? So they got both horses on leads.
They look like they fucked those ladies just fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
But they're not letting the stud. They're keeping him on a tight lead and they're keeping his head down. This fucking mare turns around. She's also on a short lead, and she's just doing circles around the dude. And they're letting him get closer and closer and closer. That mare fucking bucks up and hits the fucking stud right in the face. And if he were able to control his own head, he would have lifted his head up, but he couldn't because he's being yanked back. Fucking, that horse was dead before it hit the ground, man. It, like, its legs shrunk up like this and fucking...
You want to talk about two guys that
sack
will
of
never...
taters, dude.
Two guys that will never work in the...
I think it was their horses. Yeah,
Still.
fucking idiots, man. Fucking idiots. It's super interesting to watch, though. It's a quick video, man. It was like 20 seconds, but that stud was dead before it hit the fucking ground. Like fetal position in the air and just go. Yep, horses don't know how to fuck. We gotta get involved with it. Yeah. Good call.
The problem is you don't want to stand around and watch.
What?
It's kind of the same thing with cows.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm not saying that you don't want to stand around and watch. I know you want to stand around and watch because you want to be there for the money shot, but it's all the time you're standing there watching them eat. That you got to go, oh man, I'm going to go inside. And then you go inside, you come out 2 hours later and you're like,
I wonder if they fucked.
Did they? I'm not sure. Did they?
Just gotta get a little sniff on the dangle there.
That's why everybody that does any of that stuff makes it happen automatically.
Insemination.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper. I
And
saw this thing.
Obviously safer.
Yeah, I just saw this. I don't know what it was, but it was about these cow farmers in California, and there are 3 of them standing there, and they're like, "You want to see how we do it?" And they pull up. Like, we get these syringes in the mail. He puts the glove on. Like, he's all dressed up nice too. Puts the glove on, jams it in there. Okay, you got to feel around
It's
a
a
little
straw.
bit like this.
It's a straw, and the bull semen that they use, or the horse semen, a lot of it's like 10 grand a straw.
Whoa, holy fuck, man.
Yep, depends on the animal it's
I
coming.
bet, yeah, man, that's fucking, I wouldn't think of that much. That's fucking ridiculous.
But then he's just like, does the thing. He goes, you got to make sure the cervix is open, and then pulls his arm out, throws the thing. It's like, it took him, 1 second. Whereas if you are relying on the animals to do it, you won't know until you know.
Did you guys ever mess with any of the scars when you're over there?
Mm-mm.
Was that after your time? Or?
It's not bullpupping.
It's not bullpupping, no.
Not after my time. The Marine Corps didn't touch those.
I heard they had a whole lot of problems with them. Well, seals, I think, were running.
Take seals with a grain of salt. They're spoiled. They get whatever they want as long as they whine loud enough. But the Ranger Battalion got the 5.56 guns, and they actually ran them over a bunch of times. And when we were looking at them, that's when the Ranger Battalions were like, "Yeah, no, this isn't really worth it's not worth the heat. It's just not worth it." So the Marine Corps was like, "Okay, we're not going to do that." But the only thing that the community liked was the 7.62 guns. So the 7.62 guns are still in inventory. And that's what the SEALs were running around with. But the reality is, with any modern battle rifle, like if Pierre decides he wants to make a fucking modern battle rifle to replace the M4 carbine or the AK or whatever, there is no earthly reason why you have a reciprocating charging handle. There's no earthly reason for that.
Wow.
Charging handle should not be reciprocating.
Oh yeah, like the HKs or whatever.
Yeah, having the charging handle.
The scars, I think, move, right?
Yeah, scars.
I've shot 1 or 2.
It's a reciprocating charging handle, which means every time you fire, the charging handle comes back.
Yeah.
So
the AR's not.
AR's not. No real gun with. I mean, that's just taking a step backwards. So HK is, or not HK. I'm sorry. FN is actually working on a rifle. Like, they're working on a prototype.
When you say battle rifle, do you mean like any caliber, or do you mean a specific?
Any caliber. Like, there's no reason to make an AK-47 with a reciprocating charging handle.
No, he means, what do you mean battle rifle? 308 gun?
Oh, anything, 5.56 and up.
Yeah.
Really.
It's interesting, the terminology difference. between guys that have been in the military or in the military and guys that are not. Like you say 7.62, and I have to consciously think
308.
he's saying 308. He's not saying when I say 7.62, it's
39.
39. Yeah, and then battle rifle. I mean, like just because the guys I'm around, what they say, battle rifle to me is big caliber.
308.
308.
So what would you call a 5.56?
An assault rifle.
Yeah, assault rifle.
What about a patrol rifle?
Yeah, I can see how that terminology gets used in that way, but
Yeah. I mean, battle's battle.
5.56 and 7.62 by 39 are the most prolific battle rifles that ever existed in the world. So to not be in that category, I mean, you know, I know where battle rifle comes from, and it's from the FNFALs.
Okay.
That's what they called the FNFAL, was a battle rifle. So I don't know. It's just one of
That's
those
what
things.
every cover of every fucking magazine is called it too. To include Soldier, Fortune, Gun Digest, all of your big books. It was always, if it said fucking battle rifle, it was showing 308 Galils, it was showing G3s, it was showing FALs. So growing up from 10 years to now, everything on the newsstand, if it said battle rifle, it was fucking 308. And then it would say carbine or assault rifle if it was a 5.56.
Carbine.
Well, it was a NATO standard for the longest time.
Just like anything SMG was, you know, pistol caliber carbine.
Right.
I think with the muzzle brake, it's
13.5.
whatever this legal length.
26.01.
I thought about getting one of those, but even that, I mean, it's just you're losing so much for gaining so little. I mean, if you're going to
Defeats the purpose.
yeah, the reality is if you want a battle rifle that small in 30 caliber,
Could make it.
they make them. They make
Yeah, but
millions.
308 goes a lot farther than AK.
Not once you take it down to fucking 10 inches.
Don's got that 13.5, and he said 450 yards. Like, and because you know how hard it's hitting the steel. Like, you don't know what the round's doing at that distance.
Here's the thing, though. How far can you shoot your AK?
Yeah, but after 300 yards, it almost
Same
things
things happened to that 30 cal round. He's shooting it out of that fucking thing at 10 inches. Same things happen. He's losing so much velocity.
Yeah.
But I just mean, and I'm looking at it from this perspective.
Practicality of what the round does at that distance.
And the other thing too is, you're going to carry more ammunition for that AK than you're going to carry for that 308.
With
Right?
the same amount of weight. Right.
Yeah. So it's just practicality. You might as well go for an AK. You know I hate AK.
No, you don't.
Yeah. Thing.
Because he's a cold warrior and he can't let it die.
Here's the thing about no, because I used to give a history class on the AK-47. Here's the thing about an AK-47. For the purpose of what it was made for, to dominate the world through communism and free AK-47s, the Russians gave well over 5.6 million Kalashnikovs away for free.
Nice. I didn't get mine. Yeah, right.
Because you weren't in the right country. But if you were in the right country, you would have got a free AK, no problem from the Russians. It's the most copied weapon system in the world. But here's the thing about an AK. So, because all they wanted was reliability, they basically wanted to be able to hand that gun to somebody who had never fired a gun before and creep around in the jungle with it and maybe be able to get some rounds off range. The problem with an AK is this right here is the best shooting position to fire an AK-47. This is it right here. That's the problem with an AK. They fucking suck when it comes to actually shooting people downrange. That's why an AR-15 is better, because an AR-15 was designed instead of around giving it to every person in the world, about hitting targets downrange. So the system is set up purposefully to hit targets downrange. Which is, it's good in our favor. It's the reason why we have a lower casualty rate in Iraq and Afghanistan. It's because these motherfuckers can't hit anything. Can I give you a brand new AK-47 and your first thought is, you know what would be real bitching? If I take the stock off this thing. If I just,
way better.
that would make this thing so much better. If I just took stock.
You gotta get the
Super
stock
sweet.
off the thing. You gotta get those sights off the thing because
They're in the way.
they don't need to be there either. You need to start putting lots of bling on it though. Like you need to get
If
some
Ola wills it.
yeah, you need to get some like cool colored tapes and like some
Oh yeah.
beads. And
I have a magazine
shell.
that my buddy brought me back from Afghanistan. He's an SF, and I should bring it in. Let you see it. So they cut this spot out along the magazine. It's pretty cool. I mean, so you can see the ammunition inside the magazine, right? So they cut it out, which also makes sure that you can get plenty of dirt in there. But they cut it out.
That's what I was just thinking.
But then they bedazzled the whole thing with all these beads and shit. These metal beads and shit. They just bedazzled the whole magazine with it. It's pretty cool.
Fucking tits, man. They like that. They like that stuff.
We need to have more of these.
A lot of points for the flare.